Okay. Number
Okay.
x such that if x cubed plus x squared is equal to 3, then x is greater than 2 and x is less than 5. So we have to say here we have 3 statements. So we have to say p of x, right, is equal to, or we can say p of x is x cubed plus x squared equals 3. Then q of x, okay, is x greater than 2. Then we can say r of x is x less than 5, right?
Yeah.
Then there is a real number. What does it mean? It means there exists, right, a real number x, right? Then we have our p of x, is that not? Then means implies, right? Q
Yeah.
of x and, right, and r of what? Of x. So these are statements. So you know that this is the same thing as here existed p of x, right? Then are we going to have and or?
Or.
So or, but in this case, this is going to be what? Negation.
Not. Yeah.
And q of x and r of x. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we have to negate this. So let's do the negation now. So for the negation, so there exists onto what? All x, or then we had our negation. Then this is going to be what? Negation of p of x, or q of x and r of x. Right? Then
Yeah.
what we are going to use here, we make use of what? De Morgan's law. So this is going to be what? For all real number x, then this became to, this turns to what? P
P
of,
of X.
and this turns to what?
And.
Okay, smart. And this is going to be what? Negation of what? Q of x. Then we still have r of x. Right? But we are not
Yeah.
done. You have to do this. You have to do this part. Right?
Yeah.
So we're going to have for all of x, then p of x. Okay. Then when we make use of this, it's going to be what? Q, negation of q of x, right?
Yeah.
And this is going to turn to what?
Or.
Okay. And negation of r of x, right?
Yeah.
So this is our negation, right?
Yeah. Would
So
that be the distributive law?
Okay, we can actually turn it to distributive law. That's smart. But I think it's better we leave it this way, because if
Okay.
we are using distributive now, the length of the expression be kind of wide compared to this, right?
Okay.
So it's better we
Yeah.
leave it this way. So now we should be able to interpret it. What does it mean? This simply means for all real numbers of x, is that not? For
Yeah.
all real number of x such that, right? Can you see this is still positive, such that x cubed plus x squared is equal to 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then what do we have?
Why is it then and not and?
The first one we have is then. We can actually turn these two implies that. Remember?
Yeah.
Because we are not done with this. We can actually turn this to implies that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, when I'm done with this statement, I'm going to change this to implies that so that you can see what I'm saying. Okay.
Okay.
Then you can see this is what? Negation.
Mm-hmm.
So what does it mean? From the question, what do we have for our q of x? X is greater than 2. So now that it is now negation, what does it mean? Then
X is less
x
than or equals to 2.
less than or equals to 2. That's math. And, right, for our
Yeah.
r of x, we have x is less than 5. In that case, we are going to have what? X is
Is
greater
less
than
than
or equals to what? Equals
5.
to 2. That's that statement there. Now, how do we turn this to implies that? As we want to take. How do we turn this?
Um,
Remember that I can leave this statement this way. P of x, right? Then instead
mhm,
of expanding this, I can leave it that way and have q of x, then r of x, right?
mhm,
Then I can turn this to, I'm very sure we've treated few laws. So this is for all x, real numbers of x. It's gonna be what? Q of x, right?
mhm.
R of x, is that not? Implies that P of x, is that not?
Yeah.
So we can also leave it this way. All right. So that's basically what we have for that. Okay, so that's all for that particular. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, should I give you one more question here?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's check one more question then.